Alright guys, I'm back and finally I'm into some new footage and some new cars and some new content. I'm finally back on track after the rejig. I haven't got my shirts back, but Brian hooked me up with watercolor finishing with his shirt, so I'm set for apparel. But today we have something super special. We've been in the talks for this, just like Gav's car. We talked about it, it broke, we talked about it broke, we talked about it and it broke. But yesterday we got some track time in on the roll racing TMS day. So today I'm doing the feature on Marcus's beautiful Barra swapped XD Fairmont, and it is a ripper. It is 650 horsepower of goodness, and man does it pull every single one of those out. So let's get into this, Marcus. Really appreciate you bringing this down. Hope you guys enjoy this little Barra swapped Falcon. Let's crack into it. Alright Marcus, man, there's not many of these XDs around anymore. They're either a paddock basher or they're stock as a rock. Not many people really modify these, but give us a quick rundown of how you came into having this beautiful XD, mate.
Well, I originally had an FG G6E Turbo. Inherited that through my little brother when he passed away. I've been wanting one of these for 10 odd years, whinging to my wife about it numerous times. Then John from TMS, good mate of mine, saw it up on the net for a clean swap for a tough streeter. The rest is history. I spoke to Craig, told him if he was interested. Now I've got the XD.
Beautiful, mate. That's actually a little bit of like a heartwarming story too, mate.
Yeah, it is.
So what's a real quick rundown of what's hiding under that beautiful orange paint, mate?
Mate, it's just got basic Barra, green top, C4, 9-inch, turbo, fuel, all the recipe to make it go fast.
Gangster, man. Well, hopefully this episode I can do it justice and really show the viewers what's gone into this beautiful XD. So let's dive in, hey?
Yeah, man.
Alright Marcus, man, as we've said off camera, this is not a huge build for this Barra swap, but for the viewers, what's making this thing pull 650 horse to the rear wheels?
Just a stock BF gas bottom end, an FG turbo head, turbo cams, turbo inlet, a custom, a Pro Mod style exhaust manifold, twin 40mm Pro Comp gates, G42 1450, big fuel system. Pretty much just the really average normal stuff. It's got your bigger valve springs, it's got head studs, it's got billet gears. That's about it. Standard rods, standard pistons, all from a gas motor from a taxi.
Well, and then people wonder why we love our Barra motors. That's mint. And you said the management's pretty simple too.
It's still just a BA ECU out of an XR. It's all tuned by PCM Tech through John at TMS. He done my last car. I don't trust anyone else but them.
Gangster, man. Well, I don't really know what to say. I fucking love this car. Everyone knows I love old stuff with new stuff in it. That's why I've got 37 projects at home, which I'm doing the exact same thing. But let's have a closer look at the rest of the car and we'll see what else we got.
Sounds good.
Well, mate, props to the guy who built this car, because he has spent like a fair bit of money in all the right places. Obviously you can tell it's been painted at one stage, and even the interior has received some TLC with that beautiful XR50 interior. What have you kind of done to the interior and even the exterior to make this thing, you know, Marcus's car?
Not a hell of a lot, mate. Just 4 or 5 auto meter gauges. Obviously I wanted the big monster tacho because you got to have one of them on a pillar on an XD or else it's not an XD. But it just that basic stuff. Obviously the Bristol front runners, which I'll get matching rears for it, but it's got 15-inch welds on there. And paint wise, it's a Jeep Cherokee color, which is called a firecracker red. I never liked it at the start, but it has seriously grown on me. It's a lovely colour.
No, I love it too, mate. I love it too. Next we'll dive into the running gear. What have you got to deliver the power from the front all the way to the rear?
Mate, we have that dreaded C4 that we have had nothing but problems with when we've been trying to do these videos for the past month, 2 months.
Yeah.
But it finally has a reliable 1000 horsepower rated C4. It runs a 4500 converter from TCE, custom tail shaft from the boys here in town at Driveline Services. 9-inch 31 spline axles, full spool, 3.5 gears. I think it's got EL, EF, XR8 rear discs, so front and rear discs. Still doesn't help pulling it up at over 200.
No, and I definitely felt that yesterday at the roll racing.
Yeah.
But look, mate, I'm loving this thing. Let's get some cinematics in this, and then we can go for a drive. What do you reckon?
Mate, with what's coming down now, it should be exciting, just like yesterday.
All right, let's go. Alright, and we are off. We're back out of calcium, no helmets today for our track run. Let's see what this baby can do with a bit more pep in its step and a little bit more of a drier track. Let's go. I'm glad the track's a bit drier today, that's for sure. Let's go. Oh, that is a freight train. There's something else about 650 horsepower in a car that is only 1,300 kilograms compared to 1,000 horsepower 2-ton car. It's just something else. It is just something else. And again. Whoopsie. Oh. Well guys, I'm glad I'm only building my VC to 600 horsepower, my 31 to 600 horsepower, and the HQ to 600 something plus, because in cars that are this light and how much of a pussy I am, I think that's smart. Brother Marcus, thank you very much for taking me out today.
Thanks, man.
These have been good. Thank you very much. See you guys when we get back to the shop. See you guys, thank you.